Hi, my name is Hala, and today I will be walking you through CourseKey Forms. Forms is a completely digital way to collect data from students directly through CourseKey. To access Forms as an admin or an instructor, you would go to portal.thecoursekey.com, enter your school-affiliated email, and if it's your first time joining CourseKey, you would enter the temporary password of welcome123. Next, you would click Log In. On the left-hand side, you will see a few different tabs. The tab you will click on is Applications, and below that you will click on Forms. Here you will see a list of templates that we have created for you. To find a specific template, you can use the search bar, refine by campus, refine by type, or refine by published or unpublished. Once you have found the template you would like to use, what we would recommend doing is clicking on the 3 gray dots next to the name of the template and clicking Duplicate. The reason we recommend doing this is to prevent any changes from being made to the original template. Instead, you would be making changes to the duplicate instead of making changes to the original template. Once you click Duplicate, you would next click Builder on the top of your screen, and this is where you will be able to make your edits. Within the Builder, there are two tabs, the Editor and the Preview tab. The Editor tab is where you would edit your form, and the Preview tab is where you will preview what the form will look like to the student. This way you can view your changes as you're making them. In the editor, you can make edits by clicking on the pencil, delete items by clicking on the trash can, or moving things around by dragging them using the 6 gray dots. You can also add other fields by clicking on the plus sign and selecting the type of field that you would enter. For example, a text field, a date field, or maybe a radio list. If you would like to create your own form instead of using one of our templates, you can easily do that by clicking on Forms and clicking on plus New Form at the top of your screen. What you would do is fill out the title, an optional description, select the campus, and select the recipient type, whether that be your staff, administrators, students, or all of the above. The last step would be to decide whether or not you would like submissions to be approved after they've been collected. For example, if a student submitted a form but did not answer the questions adequately, you have the ability to reject the form if you toggle this on. Once you've created your new form, this is what it would look like. What you would do next is drag and drop the fields that you would like. For example, a text field here, or a date field here. You can also click Layout for more options, for example, a title at the top, and you can also select an image to include. To upload an image, you would click on the pencil and enter in the URL where the image can be found. A URL generator will be provided to you. To edit any of the fields, you would simply click on the pencil icon. In the text box, you will enter the words that you would like to display, and you would select whether you would like this question to be required or optional. You would also select whether or not you would like students to have multiple lines to answer the question or only one line. Lastly, you would click Save. Once you've completed all the edits, you can just click Save Changes. Once you are ready to begin using a form, you would click Publish. However, a published form cannot be unpublished. Once you publish a form, it will say Published in the top right corner of your screen. The next step would be to send the form to students. You can send forms in two different ways. You can either copy the link and send it in an email or in a message, or you can send directly from CourseKey. To send to users directly from CourseKey, what you can do is search for the user's name or issued ID and click on the checkbox next to their name. You can also filter by courses. Lastly, you would click Send. When you click on the Overview tab at the top of your screen, this is what you will see. On the left, you will be able to see the submissions for the last 7 days and in what quantities. Above that, you will be able to see a number of how many have been completed, how many need review, how many have been sent to students, and how many have been rejected. Below that, you will be able to see how many have been responded to versus how many have been sent but not yet responded to. When you scroll down, you will see the participants for this form. You will see their name, the submission date, the last activity on this form, whether it has been sent, rejected, or completed, and you can also view the submission itself. When you click on the submission, you will see the fields that were filled out by the student. You can also print the form that was filled out by the student by clicking on the printer icon at the top of your screen. On the list of participants, you can search for a particular one. You can filter by submission date, let's say the past week, for example, and you can filter by status, whether that be completed, needs review, if the approvals are on, sent, or rejected. You can also select all. Lastly, you can export this information into a CSV file. The Results tab at the top of your screen will show you the responses and the analytics for all the questions on your forms. In the Analytics tab, you will be able to see how many students chose each answer choice for each of the questions in your form. For example, for this question, question 3, you can see that 13 students selected March 1st versus 4 students selected March 30th. You can also see the total number of responses below that. You can filter the responses by submission date, status, or a specific question. By clicking on the Settings tab at the top of your screen, you will be able to see all the settings for this particular form. You can also edit these settings by clicking Edit Settings at the corner of your screen. Once you have completed making edits to the settings, you would simply click Save at the top of your screen. That's all there is to it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your CSM.